Now, why should you care about Ryan, Mercy, and Hanzo being mid? Well, it's not that you should care about them being mid, it's that you should care about what makes them mid. Basically, this video's for everyone actually, but it's mostly for you players that play these old playstyles. And it kinda goes like this really cool superhero called Batman. His whole thing is he can't because he wouldn't stop. Well, that's kinda what's happening to Overwatch right now. Let's get into it, home slicers. Wow, guys, I bet you really didn't expect that one. But just wait, there's actually some things I want to talk about that I haven't heard anyone talk about actually. And I find it strange, maybe because it's really complicated, or these top 500s just think you're stupid. I honestly don't know, but I'm gonna tell you, friendos. Well, let's talk about support. I don't know if you guys realize this, but y'all are getting duckled, McUckled a lot more than you thought. We've got a DPS passive, right? And that's a hot topic now. And yeah, that does make you get your ult very slowly. But do y'all remember what we got pretty much when Overwatch 2 started? That's right, the tanks also give you half ult charge if you heal them. So basically, in general, you do not get any ult charge for healing as a support. So what does that mean? Support are just glorified DPS at this point. And you're wondering, why does this matter? It matters because it's telling support not to heal and go for kills. And when this happens, it makes the other roles play passively because the person that's supposed to help every other role get the slight edge is busy trying to kill someone instead. And that's not your fault. That's what the game's telling you, no matter if it's right or it's wrong. This, my homies, really opens up the can, because if the game's telling you that you need to kill as support, and you also need a heal, you get a hero like this, and you wonder why she's been S tier since launch. And the problem with this is it forces other heroes to get unnecessary reworks like Mercy just to try to fit in this very restrictive box. And at the end, it will make Mercy not have that special thing that made Mercy special in the first place. So if we keep going on like this, we're gonna keep removing heroes and just have a bunch of dittos. Yeah, they kinda look the same, but you can spot the differences. And this is not it. I could talk about this all day, but we gotta get to the next topic. How does this affect tanks like Reinhardt? Okay, Ryan, right? Well, he only kinda has problems with 5v5. 6v6, he's absolutely fine. But let's talk about one of the problems he has with 5v5. It literally has to do with the way that the maps are laid out. Well, at least a lot of them, because a lot of maps have not easy to access high ground. So you either die trying to get up, or you just watch the rain melt your shield, and then you're defenseless. And the difference with this and Sigma is when Sigma's shield breaks, he can still mitigate damage. When you're Ryan, not so much. And it's kind of the same thing with Ryan that it is with Mercy. You have to do it all or you're dead, basically. And if you rework these heroes to fit in this tiny little box, they're not really them anymore. And also, it makes all the heroes feel the same, they just look different. And I personally like my game to feel like each hero is different, not the same. Okay, so when you got one tank, they have to be the whole package, right? But if you have two tanks, you can split the power and it feels better. And it also gives them different playstyles because together they are one tank. And now I want to ask you this, would you rather fight Godzilla when one person is controlling the entire monster, or would you rather fight it when one person is controlling half the monster and the other one is controlling the other side? Yes, the two guys can destroy a lot of the city, but you can't tell me it's not less threatening when half of it is tripping a little bit than the one guy that's turning the whole city into a pancake before you finish breakfast. Now, how can this affect Hanzo, you may ask? This affects Hanzo in a different way, and it's kind of an oxymoron too. So in this world of 5v5, you need to kill stuff fast and not die, and Hanzo was pretty good at that, but he has fallen since because of the player base And 5v5, talk about a losing battle. Because DPS is kind of an indifferent role. You basically need to play Tracer, Sombra, and Snipers if you even want to get a taste of consistent victory most of the time, because you have to catch players off guard or they will be saved, and if they are saved, they're off limits completely. But the oxymoron comes in because in 5v5 you have to kill fast and out of nowhere, but then players don't like that. And if there's a hero that people feel like it completely comes out of nowhere, ta-da! Hanzo! It's not his fault. 5v5 forced him to be necessary and played a lot. They really forced him into the spotlight. He just needed to stay in his niche, to be honest. Because it's a lot less common to be shot by an arrow when it needs to pass 2 huge tanks, but when it's 1 tank, it's really easy to walk to the side and see the whole enemy team sitting like ducks. Tracer, Sombra, and Snipers cannot be put in check by an off tank because the job doesn't exist anymore. That's why they're so annoying now, and everyone should be able to feel it and have felt it for the last year and more. Hey, pretty close to 100 subs. It would mean a lot if you get that number to go up and get to the goal. And I'd love to make a video replying to your comments, yes, yous. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.